breakaway, scores!
Big hit at the blue line.
And he got waffle boarded. What a save!
He shoots, he scores.
Drives in, score!
This is the Six Hockey.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Six Hockey. My name is Simon Hendricks, joined alongside by my friend Sammy Brzozowski. And today we are bringing you game number 3 of the series between the Toronto Junior Canadiens and the Markham Majors in the semifinals of this GTHL U16 AAA division. This should be a great game. And just a little bit of housekeeping before we really get into this. We tried our absolute hardest to get you guys game number 2. Unfortunately, we did have some technical difficulties that were just a bit too challenging for us to overcome. The footage we got for game 2, it was just very choppy. It looked awful. And so we were like, you know what? Let's just skip that one. The Canadiens did tie the series up. This series is now 1-1 apiece. It is now a best of 3 series after the Majors. They won game 1. Canadiens, they won game number 2. Best of 3. I'm just repeating myself. Sammy, how you doing?
I'm doing great. You know, I'm sad that we didn't get to see the Junior Canadiens dominant performance. Pardon me. I'm flustered because of that fact. But the Majors, I thought they did a very good job in game 1 at letting the Junior Canadiens come to them and capitalizing on turnovers. I'm sure I'll mention it a whole bunch in the next couple games, and maybe a game 5 if there's a game 5. But I will say I'm excited to see these two teams go at it. The Junior Canadiens with some newfound confidence, and the Markham Majors knowing that they could have had a 2-game lead. They couldn't get it. And now, like you said, best of 3. It's awesome to watch.
It certainly is. And, you know, game 2 was a close game. The Canadiens only won by a score of 3-1. So it was a tightly contested game. However, the Canadiens defense, they really pulled it together, and they were able to shut down the Majors offense in a big way that they were not able to do in game number 1. And speaking of defense, let's take a look at the goaltender matchup for this one. For the Canadiens, it will be Marko Masic in this one. That's right. His last name is Masic.
Masic, whatever you want to say, this guy is good at the sport of hockey. I think he solidified himself, or will solidify himself, as the number 1 goalie for this Junior Canadiens team. Zidane JC is also a fantastic goaltender, but Masic, whatever you want to say, he has got the stuff. And the Junior Canadiens, they should feel comfortable with him in net, with him being that last wall of defense.
And for the Majors in this one, it will be number 49, Dylan Sack, getting the start. The good thing about the Majors, one of their biggest values as a team, is that they have 2 goaltenders in Cohen O'Neill and Dylan Sack who can be number 1 goalies on basically any team in the GTHL. This pivotal game 3 heading towards Dylan Sack in this one.
Yeah, and I think it's worth mentioning that in the semifinals, I think all teams rather do have that ability to run any guy, but the Majors especially, you're right. It's such a close contest between O'Neill, between Sack, that they can't really make mistakes starting either one. Both goalies, very athletic, both goalies, great positioning, and both goalies are heavily relied upon, especially against a team like the Canadiens who often control puck possession.
Now, let's jump into our players to watch in this one. Obviously, the series, being tied at 1 apiece. This is a crucial game number 3. One team's back's going up against the wall in this one, so you never know what can happen in a game as pivotal as this, and we're expecting some big games from these two gentlemen here.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the Toronto Junior Canadiens. The Round Rock, Texas native Cade O'Rourke. You know, I've compared him to the likes of Dan Boyle, and that's a bit of a personal pick for us. Dan Boyle was fantastic. And in the dead puck era, he got over 60 points a couple times. He was flirting with the 50-point mark, and that was exceptional. But Dan Boyle was also very good at defense, was a very good puck mover, and was a guy that could be relied upon in the offensive zone as well. Cade O'Rourke is all those things. I truly think Cade O'Rourke, throughout this last couple months and throughout this playoffs, has solidified himself as maybe a top 5, top 3 even defenseman in this league. Of course, guys like Adrian Skro, maybe Maximus Mavru have something to say about that. But he is fantastic, and he will be heavily relied upon in this game. And he is continuing to be the number 1 guy in the back end for the Montreal Canadiens. For the Toronto Junior Canadiens, maybe he'll be a Montreal Canadian one day. But let's move over to the Markham Majors. I got Carter Cross, great name, Carter Cross, good alliteration, and I've compared him to the likes of Rasmus Ristolainen, a guy that is speedy, he has a long, active stick in the defensive zone, and a great name as well, alliteration.
Yeah.
I did do that intentionally. CC and RR, Carter Cross, has been relied upon by the Markham Majors all throughout this series. We don't say his name too often, but he's a great first pass guy and very solid in the backhand as well.
Yeah, and when we don't say a defenseman's name too often, that usually means they're doing a pretty good job.
It means they're doing a fantastic job at keeping the puck outside of the zone and making sure they stifle the zone entry, and that's something that the Majors have really been focusing on against, like I said, a team that controls so much puck possession in the Toronto Junior Canadiens.
Yeah, and when we talked about the comparable between him and Rasmus Ristolainen, I think we had a bit of a conversation. We weren't really necessarily talking about Rasmus Ristolainen now, who might be a little bit slower, bit more injury prone. I think we were talking about him like back when he was first in the league.
His potential Rasmus Ristolainen.
Exactly.
Yeah,
kind of like the big body, a very active stick, like you were saying, Sammy. Anyway, without any further ado, Game 3, let's get right to it. An exciting matchup we have in order. And fuck, that was fucking
No, this one
brutal.
has been brutal.
This one's
I've been
bad.
struggling.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll go from there. Well, without any further ado, Game 3 is set. We got some players to watch. We got some great goaltending in this one. A pivotal Game 3. One team's going up 2-1, and one team's going to have their backs up against the wall in this one. Game 3, let's see what happens. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Six Hockey, and welcome to Herbert Carnegie Arena for Game 3 between the Toronto Junior Canadiens and the Markham Majors. We talked a little bit about it on the pre- and post-game show. Braden Grima already with the good attempt there. But this is Game 3, not Game 2. Unfortunately, due to some technical difficulties and some blackout restrictions on our live barn feed, we were unable to get you Game number 2. JRC ended up winning that game by a score of 4-1. The series is tied at 1 apiece heading into Game 3, a pivotal Game 3 at Herbert Carnegie Arena. My name is Simon Hendricks, joined alongside by Sammy Brzozowski. Sammy, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderfully, Simon. I think 1-1 games, Game 3s, are always so important in determining the outcome of the series because at the end of this game, someone will have their backs up against the wall. And the Junior Canadiens, after Game 1, we could tell they were a little bit nervous. You know, they were a little bit worried. They were in a situation they hadn't been in before. They allowed 3 goals in 1 period, something that likely hadn't happened all season long. So good for them to be able to bounce back, and I'm sure they're going to try to start firing in this one.
I'm sure you might be right, Sammy. And for the Junior Canadiens, it is number 31, Marko Misic, taking the pipes. And for the Majors, it's number 49, Dylan Sack, in net for them. Dylan Sack, he was not the starter. It was still Cohen O'Neill in that Game 2 where they did lose by a score of 4-1. Coach thinking of switching it up for the Majors here. And this Majors team, they got 2 very reliable goaltenders.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing that we've noticed about this semifinals. Each team has 2 goalies, whether it's the Marlboros or it's the Kings or, you know, the Junior Canadiens, the Majors. Each team has 2 goalies that could easily be a starter on any team. So, again, we've mentioned it before, but it's a great problem to have 2 strong goalies that can win you games.
And here come the Canadians. That's Rico Champagne dropping up for Quadra. Quadra's shot originally saved, and that's tapped in. Oh my goodness, we already have a goal in this one. Braden Grima tapping in the rebound of Cash Quadra as the Junior Canadians take an early 1-0 advantage just a couple minutes into this game.
And who else but Braden Grima to get it started? He has been so lights out throughout this playoff run. He was the first star of the series against the Rebels, and he was just all over the ice. He is their number 1 forward right now, and he kind of picks up where he left off. He's constantly a threat on offense, and any OHL team would be lucky to have a guy like him.
Well, the Majors already down by 1 early in the first period. A great start for the Junior Canadiens. You see that top line of Rico Champagne, Cash Quadra, and Braden Grima already out there. Usually we don't see that line until later in the game. But the Junior Canadiens starting with their top 3 big boys on that first line, leading to the early goals. The Majors, they try to break in, looking to respond early. Not even 2 minutes have elapsed here in this first period. Canadians sending that the other way, but that will be picked up by the Majors in their own zone. That's the Majors taking it up, trying to start a breakout. That pass does not connect with the winger near the red line. The Canadians, they maintain possession in their own zone, trying to find another stretch pass to center ice. That one is tipped all the way down and will be covered up by Sack. Nice job by the Canadiens to tip that one on the net of Dylan Sack, as there will be an offensive zone faceoff upcoming.
And for the majors here, what they need to do is plug those passing lanes from the Canadiens. They did it so well in game number 1. From what we did see in game number 2, the majors weren't really able to replicate that. The big thing in game 1 was that they were just stifling all the passing of the Canadiens, and it didn't allow them to create their own chances, and that's why they came away with it.
Dupuis' shot was not able to get through the legs of Alex Zhu. As Zhu, he's trying to work the puck around the boards, he gets it back in the corner, trying to start a breakout of the Canadiens along the near side wall. That pass is intercepted, trying to find a centering pass to Dupuis. And for the majors, that one did not go through. It looked like number 17, Ronan Quinn, had a shot all alone, electing to pass. Maybe an ill-advised pass attempt. But the majors, they do maintain possession. That's Husseus, the defenseman, breaking in. Taking it around the net, looking for options, and turns it over to the Canadiens as they start to go the other way. Nice pass there to Rico Champagne. That hits off of his stick as he goes down to chase it. This top line right back on the ice. Sent in by Ross. And that will be covered up by Dylan Sack for another offensive zone faceoff with the Grima, Quadja, and Champagne line out there fresh.
And not only that, but Cooper Ross and Cade O'Rourke out there as well. Their number 1 pairing. So the Canadiens, not necessarily tightening up the lines, but they are definitely rolling their top lines out, trying to get the offense started early, trying to put a incentive of goal scoring onto this game very quickly.
And there's Madden Walsh trying to work it in. Unable to do so as that is broken up at the blue line. Excuse me, that was Antonio Schiavo. And the Canadiens, they bring it up the other way. That's Quadja. Pressured there by Cabrari. Nice play to play the body. The Canadiens are able to pick that puck up, only for a moment though, it would seem. But yes, it is Rico Champagne getting that one. A near side puck battle. And that's O'Rourke dancing along the blue line. Able to keep it in, says the referee, and Ross sends it on net. Nice pad save from Sack. Champagne, he's there to cycle it down low, but the majors pick it up and head the other way. At the blue line, that's Makuka trying to work his way through to get a shot off, using his frame to his advantage. No call, says the official, as a puck battle ensues behind the net of Misic. Up to the top with it. That's Cabrari's shot. That hits a leg and is wrapped around the net. O'Rourke trying to do something with the puck. That's picked up by the majors. Pass to the center is intercepted by the Canadiens and sent right back out. But a nice glove pass down to his own stick leads to that chance. Unable to get any type of shot through. Canadiens doing a fantastic job clogging the middle lanes, not allowing a high danger scoring opportunity for the majors. Schiavo tries to work it in. That's Ross. He corrals it. Sends it up to the red line, and that's tipped all the way down. No icing, says the referee, as the Canadiens go for a much needed change. Majors starting to head the other way now. Schiavo still out there. He works it down low. Canadiens yet again maintaining puck possession in their own zone. Majors not being able to sustain any type of offensive momentum after going down by 1 early. That's sent all the way down the end of the ice, and that will be an icing call. Offensive zone faceoff coming up for the majors. A nice response from the majors early on, but no grade A scoring opportunities after some good ozone possession.
Yeah, it'll be big for them to try to get some sustained pressure in the offensive zone. I'm noticing the junior Canadiens, they're employing the stretch pass a little bit more in this game than they did in games 1 and 2, trying to get the 2-line pass to get something started in transition. They do have a lot of speed, so keep your eye for that.
That was Cross sending it down low. Majors trying to work this puck around the back of the net. 2 majors and 2 Canadiens ensuing in the puck battle. Referee might think about blowing this one. Pass out to the center. Oh my goodness, what a chance for Joseph Fenwick, as Usace is able to keep it in. His shot hits the skate of Braden Grima and goes wide. Stretch pass again attempted to Caterin, but that's intercepted and sent right back down by Daisy Dupuis as the majors go back to chase. Canadiens taking their time around the net. Good forecheck there from the majors, but that pass to the center of the ice finds the stick of Carradine and is sent back down towards the defenseman, number 9, Anthony Perugine. Great forecheck from this majors team. That's Madden Walsh forechecking. stripped of the puck, and that's Ryder Nobes. Great move by Ryder Nobes, and his backhand finds the net of Misic, but he's able to get a glove on it, and it looks like there will be a penalty assessed to the Junior Canadiens. I believe that's number 98, Alex Zhu, heading to the box for a hooking call after a fantastic move from Ryder Nobes.
And we've talked about how good Ryder Nobes has been. His hands in tight are delicious. That's the word I'm going to use. He has an ability to create his own space in tight, and I swear that guy, he could stick handle in a phone booth.
He definitely can, and excuse me, that was rather number 96, Braden Grima, the goal scorer, heading to the box, not Alex Zhu. Either way, Majors find themselves on the power play early, trying to find a cross-ice feed. That does not find anyone. That's Dupuis taking it along the near side wall. Good forecheck there from the Canadiens, and that puck leaks out to the defenseman who clears the length of the ice as they go for a quick change. Majors sticking with this top power play unit, trying to start a breakout here. Ronan Quinn trying to enter the zone. He stopped at the blue line but drops it for Fenwick. Fenwick trying to stick handle his way through. And the Majors entangled in a puck battle down low, trying to get any type of offense going, and that's sent around the far side wall by Husseus. Taken up, that's Nobes. Centering it there. Trying to find a slot pass, unable to do so. Great play from Colton Cabrari. A little Odell Beckham Jr. action there to get the glove on that one to thwart the clear attempt there. Cabrari yet again, he likes to shoot. There's Husseus from the far side wall. Cabrari again able to keep it in, only for a moment though, and he chases it for himself as both teams go for a change.
Junior Canadiens doing a good job at doing exactly what the Majors need to be doing a little bit more, and that's plugging those passing lanes. They're in like a box sort of diamond formation in their defensive zone, and they're not allowing any clean passes across the slot. That's why the Majors were forced to use the net and to rim it around the boards and not able to really generate any high threat chances.
Junior Canadiens playing a game of keep away as the power play only has about 10 seconds left to go for the Majors. One last rush attempt here perhaps, and that puck is sent all the way down. No ice, says the official. Hit a stick, clearly that's Schiavo taking it around the net. We are back to 5-on-5 as Braden Grima goes back to join the play. Shot there, hits a leg in front, and that's cleared up by the Canadiens. Grima there pressuring, but Dupuis, he gets it, centers it there for Quinn. Quinn's shot, rebound there, Misic trying to figure out where it is. It's still loose. Oh my goodness, what a save. I don't know if that hit Misic or a defenseman in front. Either way, that puck is still not in the back of the net. My word, and that's Cabrari maintaining possession. Sends it down to Dupuis. Centering pass, doesn't find anyone. Canadiens there without a stick, though. Excuse me, that's number 2, Lucas Craney with the puck, rather than Cabrari. Grima, he is still out there without a stick, trying to use the body. Craney with the nice reverse hit there. And the Majors, they go down the other way. Ever since that first goal, it has been all Markham Majors in this one here.
I got to applaud Braden Grima, though, without a stick, blocking a shot, getting a deflection on the other, going to the bench. And we talked about the equipment managers in the other series, the Marlboros versus the Kings. We saw it there. He got the stick off the bench and kept playing because you can't go for a change in that situation.
You certainly cannot, and that's Madden Walsh dumping it in. But that will hit off the boards and be covered by Marko Misic. Oh boy, like I was just saying, 10 minutes elapsed here almost in this first period. And since that first goal, just about 90 seconds into this game, since then it has been all Majors so far in this one.
And it shows you how power plays can determine the momentum of the game. You know, it did look like the Junior Canadiens were off to a really hot start. They go onto the penalty kill, and now it's been the Majors that have all the momentum because the Junior Canadiens, they're tired from penalty killing. So the Majors, if they want to get the equalizer, they got to keep this up, keep pushing towards those puck battles inside the Canadian zone.
Good pressure at the blue line from the Majors. That'd be jump cut there. Apologies for that. We only missed about 5 seconds where the Majors wrapped it around, but the Canadiens do get possession around their net. Canadiens trying to break into their zone. That'll be taken by the Majors, trying to dump it deep, but the Canadiens still have it. Working it out are the Canadiens. That's Quadja dropping it off for Grima. Quadja still has it, trying to tip it home. Were the Canadiens? Dylan Sachs said no, and that sent all the way around the boards. It will be tipped in there by Cov Long. Trying to hold the line are the Canadiens, unable to do so as the Majors look to turn the other way. One-on-one opportunity in between the legs. That's broken up. Great defensive play on a nice move there from the Majors. That puck is sent all the way down low. Majors maintaining possession's new set of legs come on for the Canadiens. Cross ice feed, trying to find Zhang. Zhang fans on the centering pass. Majors able to maintain possession. These numbers on the Majors, they are tough to see. The gray on gray with the white outline, it is tough to see that number. Either way, we are going to try to make do here in the booth. Huseas goes to chase it for the Majors, but that is picked up by the Canadiens along the near side wall. Huseas picks it up, trying to find Fenwick for the breakout. That puck hops over his stick, and the Majors, they go for a change as the Canadiens drive in. That's Zinke trying to find the pass, elects to shoot it rather. Save from Sack, but the Canadiens still pressuring up at the top of the zone. That's Perigine. Nice save from Sack. Don't think he expected that one to get through so cleanly, but he sends it away as the Majors have the puck at the Canadiens' blue line. However, that is picked up, and Grima going the other way. Grima working it down low. That pass hits a skate, and he hops onto the stick of the Majors. Trying to send that one down low with Schiavo, but that was intercepted before it could get below the hash marks. Canadiens enter the zone. That's Grima trying to find a pass in front. Sack, he swallows that one up. I believe Grima was trying to find a tip in front of the net to beat Dylan Sack, but Sack there before anything can happen.
Yeah, it's a great save by Sack. It was definitely Grima trying to find the tip on the back post. Grima in transition is so smart. He has the eyes for his teammates. We saw him try to employ a drop pass. As it didn't work, he came running back to get back for his turnover. And the Canadiens, they've picked themselves up a little bit now. They're getting first to the puck, especially in the offensive zone, and they're stifling the Majors in the neutral zone.
Here come the Majors now, though. That's Dupuis. No call on the play there, but a great hit. Majors a little bit upset. That was Ronan Quinn taking a spill. He believes he got interfered with. And that's Champagne entering the zone. No offside, says the official. Grima with another shot attempt, and that's swallowed up by Sack. I thought the Canadiens might try to find Kawaja. He seemed to be open, streaking down low.
And before that hit that Kawaja laid on Quinn, that was a beautiful diving effort in the neutral zone to stop the puck from going through. It's that level of effort that wins you hockey games at this level, to just get your body on the line to try to plug the lane. It stopped an odd man rush from happening, and Kawaja immediately jumping to the physicality to the offense.
That face-off is won by the Canadiens, but picked up by the Majors as they try to go the other way. A 2-on-1 forming here. No tripping, says the official. Trying to get the pass in front of the net. Does not go. That's Cabrari dumping it down low and tipped in by Walsh. But that will be called an offside, actually. An interesting offside call. The referee's determining Walsh was on the other side of the blue line when he tipped that puck through.
Late call as well.
Yeah, that was a bit of a late call. You already saw the Canadian defenseman playing the puck before the whistle was blown. That's been a prevalent story between our two semifinal series so far.
Don't even get me started on the Nets, folks.
Maybe we'll see it in this game. Herb Carnegie Arena, they're pretty good with the Nets here, but
it's an old rink, so they're locked in.
They are locked in. And that's Cross maintaining possession, trying to look for a pass, but he holds it himself and throws it down low. Canadiens first to that one. Majors are there to forecheck, and that's Champagne finding Grima. Trying to find Kawaja streaking down. A bobbling puck almost finds his stick. A good defensive play to hold the puck before Kawaja could break free. No trip yet again. Referees putting the whistles away early in this one, as the Majors take a bit of a tumble there as they try to get a puck battle along that far side corner. That's taken up at the hash marks. Canadiens able to maintain possession. Drop down low as Kawaja goes for a change. Canadiens still maintain possession here, but that will be blown down. Not too sure what the call was there. It seemed like the puck was just wrapped around the net. Did you see what happened there?
I can't say I did, to be honest, but nonetheless, a big-time face-off here for the junior Canadiens. Their sustained zone pressure can get very scary against opposing teams, and they often employ using the puck around the net. So I'm excited to see them take it to another level. I still think they haven't reached their peak, in this series against the majors, and that's credit to the majors. The majors, they've been doing very well at stopping their passing lanes, especially in game one, but the Canadiens, I think they can jump to another level that we saw in the quarterfinals, and they look like they're nearing it here.
Definitely some more sustained offensive zone time for the Canadiens ever since killing that penalty. Majors are holding their own, though, early in this one, as they've also maintained the puck in the offensive zone a fair amount. Unable to get any really great scoring chances, though, thanks to a very, very good system from the Canadiens. And that shot is blocked by Mason. Almost leaving the zone was the puck. Majors, good job being able to keep it in. That was Nobe sending it down low. Sending it right back up to the point. 1 minute left to go in the first period now. That shot almost got to Misic. I believe the defenseman was able to keep that one from reaching him. Carter Cross trying to keep it in. Stick got in between his skates. Yet again, no call on the play to keep this puck out of the center ice. That's again taken by Cabrari. And that puck is stopped by Misic. After all of that, a shot from Colton Cabrari at the point. Misic says no, and there's 3.2 seconds left here in the first frame.
Cabrari's having a really good game. He's kept the puck in, like you said, a couple times, using every part of his body and his stick to do so. We saw him pinch earlier in that shift before he had that nice keep in with the shortstop position. But he's doing a good job at plugging the line, not allowing the Canadiens to break through. It's a big reason why the majors have been able to hold the zone pressure that they had.
Some extracurricular activities as this opening frame comes to a close. A cross-check there to the back of a Canadiens player to end the period. Will a call be made? I don't believe so, as the referees are not signaling anyone towards the box. However, this opening frame will end 1-0 Canadiens, a competitive first period, some back and forth action. Not a ton of grade A opportunities for the majors in that one, and obviously for the Canadiens, they really only had that one chance leading to the Braden Grima goal. A good defensive first period for both teams.
Yeah, and you know what? This is unrelated, but I do like that after that whistle, we saw a bit of pushing and shoving, and Marko Misic, he had no interest in that. He saw his team in the corner battling. He's focused on himself. He's focused on his own game, and that's how you can tell a goalie is locked in. He just wants to play his own role, make the saves he needs to make, and that's what the junior Canadiens need from him, and I thought he played well after facing just a bit of pressure throughout the first period.
That's exactly right, Sammy, and, I would say, honestly, the majors, they actually held most of that puck possession for the first period. Obviously, the power play definitely came into effect on that, I guess, statistic, if you want to call it. But the majors, they held their own in that opening frame.
They certainly did. I mean, the junior Canadiens, although they are leading, they didn't have, like you said, multiple grade A chances. The only one I can really think of is the Braden Grima backdoor far post tip attempt. And then we saw a rebound from Champagne earlier in the frame. But really, the majors are doing a good job, like they did in game one, at keeping the Canadiens wide and making sure they cover that slot.
Canadiens getting the blender out to start this frame. That's Cash Quadja out there with Muir. Breaking up that top line with Grima and Champagne to start this period. But Champagne, he does chase after that puck. As the Canadiens, they're able to get that one down low. Quadja battling, trying to maintain possession. A call will be made. Is this the net being knocked off?
No.
I believe it is. Yes,
Jesus.
These nets knocked off. For the first time, we went a full period, folks, without the net being lodged off of its pegs.
I hate them.
Early in the second period, we have the first call here.
So that line that they just popped out, I think that was intentionally done to put three of the fastest players on the team on one line. You have Kawaja, who's got wheels. You have Muir, who has wheels. And then Champagne, obviously, is one of the faster players in this league. So I think they were trying to get a quick draw off the face-off and just go guns a-blazing. Didn't really work out there, but using that speed to your advantage will definitely be beneficial for the Canadiens.
That was Grima with the shot on that, sent away by the blocker of Sack. To your point, Sammy, Braden Grima now out there. Backhand attempt after a good backhand move to beat the defenseman. Again, sent away by Dylan Sack. A minute gone in the second period. Already a couple attempts for the Canadiens to start this frame. Referee might have to blow this whistle down if the puck doesn't escape that puck battle. It does, however, as the Majors break it out of their zone. Majors desperately need a change. A full minute gone in this period without one for the Majors. That's Zinke getting the puck. Zinke trying to cycle it down low, still maintaining possession, and he finds his winger along the far side wall. There's Long up top, and he sends it right back down low. Yet again, these Majors defenders look tired on the ice. Centering pass there, Long with the shot, and that's swallowed up by Dylan Sack to get a much-needed change for this Majors team. I think I may have said they need to change approximately 4 times, but you can see it as they're skating back to the bench. It's like they're barely skating.
Well, if you said it approximately 4 times, you know the Majors were thinking it approximately 4 times. You can see it in their legs, and you never want to shift to be much more than a minute in this league because it's just so fast. You have to make your decisions so quick, and you burn out pretty quickly. That's why you see a lot of these guys, when they stay out for double shifting, they're not really back checking as much because it's just not sustainable. You get exhausted trying to keep up with the speed of the U16 AAA division.
That shot from Zoo was blocked by the Majors and sent around the net of Sack. And the Majors are breaking it out, trying to enter the zone, but that's stopped at the red line by the Canadiens. And the Majors looking to start yet another breakout attempt. That's Quinn working it down low, and he's able to get past the body of Alex Zoo. Quinn, he sends it right back up top for Zhang. His shot almost gets through. Misic is down, doesn't know where the puck is. Luckily for the Canadiens, it's taken around. Callum Mason, that was who the pass was intended for, but it's rather taken by Zinke. Zinke tries to just float one on net. Sack actually plays that puck, but a late whistle. I believe Dylan Sack was trying to kind of catch the Canadiens off guard by releasing that puck, but the referee blows the play dead.
We've seen that a couple times in this league. Players trying to catch, goalies rather, trying to catch players off guard by playing the puck. Even some fakes earlier in the Marlborough series. We saw Nolan Hardy trying to throw the puck away. He faked even us on the broadcast. So these goalies get creative in this division because you want to take every advantage you can get catching a player off guard, trying to force an odd man rush.
There are the Canadiens yet again keeping the puck in the zone. That's taken around the net by Champagne. Champagne trying to make something happen on his own. He sends that one up to Cantanella. Sends it over to his D partner. Down low, back around the net. That pass tipped in front. Dylan Sack sprawls to cover the puck. Don't believe a shot was recorded on net, as Dylan Sack jumps out to cover that puck before it found the stick of Rico Champagne in front.
And the Majors got to be thinking about utilizing the stretch pass here. They're not holding on to puck possession the way they want to, but that's okay. They won the first game in a very similar manner, but they need to start trying to force some transition offense. Try to take advantage of a cold Marco Misic. Misic hasn't really faced much trouble, especially in the second period, so try to catch him off guard.
Grima there to take the face-off for the Canadiens, and he wins it back. Cantanella, he has it. Holding the blue line are the Canadiens. A good hold there, as the Majors looking to retain possession. That's sent right back down low by Cantanella. Grima going around the net to battle. Pass out in front. Finds the stick of Muir. He's unable to take that one home. Cantanella, he's pinching down. Muir maintains possession. Good skating move to maintain puck possession, but that pass is intercepted by the Majors as they turn the other way. With speed now are the Majors. Good pinch from the Canadiens and Cantanella. And that pass is taken by Vortman. Canadiens playing a game of keep weight down in their own zone, trying to evade this good forecheck from the Majors. And that's Vortman who is taken down. Canadiens rushing the other way. Kawaja evades that check and takes it down low. taken by the Majors as that rim around does not find anybody. Pass there for Colton Cabrari, misses his stick by a few feet, and that will be called an icing. A miscommunication, a mislapse on that pass, resulting in yet another offensive zone faceoff for the Canadiens.
And those are the mistakes you just hate to see, because that was a chance for the Majors to get something started. Even just to get an offensive zone faceoff would have been huge in the outcome of this game, just to try to get momentum on their side. So one of those that you head back to the bench with your head held back. You want to take that one back, because now the Canadiens, they have a chance to further their momentum.
It was the Majors winning that puck battle and sent down low by the forwards there. Majors going down, trying to find a centering pass into the slot, but that's taken by the Canadiens, trying to get it out of their zone, unable to do so. As the Majors, that pass is for Zhang, misses his stick, and that's tipped up by the glass. A 2-on-1 forming here. Good back check from the Majors to thwart that opportunity. Ooh. Nice move by Khawaja. Unfortunately for him, unable to get that move through, but his picks up the rebound, almost sends it home. Dylan Sack, a dangerous play to stand up and poke that one along the far side. Works out for them, though. That's taken down by Mason. Rimmed up around the boards, and that shot is sent on by O'Rourke. Pace has slowed down a little bit over the past couple of minutes, but the Canadiens still pressuring that. Zinke sending it down low for Mason. Mason entangled in a puck battle. Zinke is there to help him. He gathers the puck. Yet again is held along the boards by the Majors. That puck is sent around the near wall. Way up. Zoo's able to keep that in. Mason yet again trying to stick handle his way through. A lot of this game has been taking place along this near side boards just past the Canadiens bench. Mason trying to hold that puck in. Majors, good job to get that puck out only for a moment though. But yes, they will be able to send it deep as Madden Walsh dumps it for his team to chase. Canadiens taking advantage of the shift change, and they break in yet again. That's O'Rourke jumping up in the rush, trying to drop it back for his defensive partner, but that's taken by the Majors as they turn the other way. Shot on from Misic, and Misic does cover that one. A much needed offensive zone faceoff for the Majors. Maybe something they would like to do. Kind of to your point, Sammy, you said an offensive zone faceoff could be big for them just to try to maintain some offensive momentum.
Yeah, I was just about to mention, like, one of their first offensive faceoffs this period, and it's crucial that they just get pucks on net, because you never know what's going to happen, especially on a cold goaltender, but also they need to try to just keep the puck in this zone. It has been mostly, like you said, either in the neutral zone or in the major zone on the near side boards, and it's been the Canadiens holding the majority of puck possession in this one. And while you can win a game without a lot of puck possession, it certainly is a lot harder.
That shot hits a stick, and here's a breakaway here for Caterin. Caterin in all alone, backhand scores! My goodness, we were just talking about how the Majors needed some offensive momentum, and as soon as we finished that thought, Alessandro Caterin, he takes it home, backhand, and he puts the Canadiens up 2-0.
It's ironic the way that goal unfolded. We've talked so much about how the junior Canadiens, they've held possession in the offensive zone for quite some time. It's been the Majors that need to start prioritizing transition offense. And there, it was the Majors that had it in the zone, went for a little bit of a risky pass, and Caterin capitalizing on a offensive transition goal. And Caterin, he is one of the unsung heroes of this team. He has scored so many goals this season by doing just that, being in the right spot, giving himself an opportunity, and not making any mistake. Great job to beat Dylan Sack on the breakaway.
That puck was called offside, and it looks like we're actually coming all the way back to the Canadian zone.
Intentional offside, all the way down. I love when they call that.
You don't see that too often. On that Caterin goal, it was Carter Cross trying to get the puck on net. He fans on the shot, leading to that goal from Caterin. As the Canadiens trying to get that puck out of the zone. Good keep from the Majors, and they send that one on the net of Misic for another offensive zone face-off. That was number 2, Lucas Craney, with the shot on net. Here comes the line of Quinn, Fenwick, and Walsh. They were very effective in that game 1. Stayed quiet in game 2 as the Majors were only able to produce 1 goal through the entire duration of that game. However, they remain confident in this line. That shot's blocked and sent to the corner. Canadians trying to get it out. Cabrari again able to hold it at the line. Shot from the point, trying to find a tip in front. It's still loose in front of the net. Majors trying to get that one on net. Cabrari, good pass down low. Shot from the side. That misses high and wide and sent out of play. A good chance there for the Majors. Their first good chance of the second period. Just misses the net. Maybe hits a stick in front and goes up and out of play.
It may sound insignificant, but this is a big-time face-off. You know, if the Majors can win this one, keep the puck in the Canadian zone for a little bit, they can get a little bit of the momentum on their side. This is their first real chances of this period, as we see a little bit of debris from the Majors bench over there. There you go, ref.
There you go.
Way to pick that up.
Way to pick it up. I wonder what that was.
I think it might have been the knob, like the top knob of the stick. You know, some players, they do like to take it out. In that case, I think it was one of those that was jammed in with not a lot of tape around. Players like it for the weight transferring. I've never really noticed it, but I also only played select. These guys are a little bit more talented than I ever was.
Just going to let that hang in the air.
Okay, Mr. House League hero.
And with that puck is sent down the wall. That's Vortman picking it up. Entangled in a puck battle down low, but Grima is there to help him. Vortman maintains possession, sends it down low to Grima. Grima in tight, trying to find a centering pass. That hits the stick of Ronan Quinn as the Majors look to turn the other way. A penalty is called on the play, and it looks like the Majors are going to the box.
Oof.
A tough play. Unfortunately, the cameras did not pick it up as they were following the action. I believe that is number 9, number 2, Lucas Craney, heading to the box. Some entanglement with Braden Grima in tight. Again, we did not see as the camera was shifting focus. Maybe a roughing interference, cross-check hook. Who knows? But either way, Braden Grima drawing that penalty as the Junior Canadians have a good chance to go up 3-0. That puck is won by the Canadians, but a good forecheck from the Majors able to send that one down low.
And Grima at net 0 for his penalties now. Drew one, took one, so now he's back to even.
Majors, good forecheck on the penalty kill, holding that deep into the zone, but that's picked up by Quadja. He can turn and burn if he wants to. There's another call there, a tripping call upcoming against the Majors. That will be called on number 88 or maybe 83. We'll get a better look at it in a moment, and that's sent all the way down. Didn't have to do that, making the refs chase the puck. Don't mind that, though. That will be a tripping call assessed to the Majors. A long 5-on-3 over just under a minute and a half of 5-on-3 action. I believe that's number 83, Jack Samick, heading to the box after chipping Cash Quadja.
And Samick is a guy we don't talk about a lot, but Samick is a very talented player on the Majors. He is poised to go pretty early in the OHL priority selection draft. We've gotten a little bit unlucky. The games that we have sourced and featured haven't been a highlight reel for Samick necessarily, but he does know how to turn it off. Unfortunate penalty for him trying to stop Quadja.
There's Quadja finding Grima. His shot hits body in front. Unable to find the net of Sack. Grima down to Quadja. Quadja holding the puck there, and he receives that pass back. Looking for a shot. Grima out in front, trying to find a centering pass. He had a wide open net, I thought, elected to pass to the slot. Braden Grima might be holding his head high after that chance. Mason, he gets that pass tangled up in his skates, but Grima's there to get the puck back up to Quadja. Quadja finds Mason. Mason, nice move there, but unfortunately Sack right there to cover up the puck. Maybe that puck came loose, an early whistle perhaps. Either way, the play is blown dead as we see the puck. That escaped the glove of Sack very quickly.
Yeah, I think it may have been one too many passes there for Braden Grima. I do believe you're right. I think he had that back post open when he received the puck, but I believe because of his body positioning, he was thinking pass all day long. You can tell it's a set opportunity from the Canadians here that he was trying to force.
O'Rourke sends that pass down low. O'Rourke, fake shot, slap pass, you could call it. That puck sent down low, does not find the stick of Grima cleanly. Sent right up to Long, back to Grima. Grima streaking through. Long with the short side shot. Still loose. Oh my goodness, I don't know if Sack caught a piece of that. if he did. My goodness, what a save. Actually, the net got launched off yet again, I think.
That one I'm okay with. That one's fine. Sack did go across the crease pretty aggressively there. One thing I want to mention, and it's not about the Nets, I'm over them now, but the junior Canadiens, their 5-on-3 is really compact. They're really trying to force the Majors defenders basically into their crease.
Player without a stick there, O'Rourke, back to Quadra. O'Rourke sends it over to Long. O'Rourke shot, good block from the player without a stick. That's Long, sending it right back to O'Rourke. O'Rourke holding the puck, finds Grima. Grima streaking up along the top of the circle, trying to find a shot lane. He does, but yet another block from the stickless player. Sends that over. Quadra, his shot goes high and wide as we're back to 5-on-4 action for the next 30 seconds. That's O'Rourke maintaining possession at the blue line. Sends it to Grima. Grima holding the puck, finds Quadra, up to O'Rourke. O'Rourke trying to find a tip in front. That puck is sent away. A risky play to play that puck with the stick. Luckily for the Majors, works out fine for them. Quadra, nice body move. Makes a player fall without a stick. Unable to find that pass to O'Rourke. O'Rourke, great job to keep that puck in. As we are almost at the end of this power play here. 10 seconds left to go for the Canadiens. A great penalty kill for the Majors, not without its faults and chances. However, they're able to keep the puck out of the net. Canadiens forced to regroup as that was going to be called offside. O'Rourke sends it to his D partner as we are now back to 5-on-5. Canadiens entering the zone. Shot hits a shin pad of Huseas. Up now come the Majors after a penalty kill a 5-on-3 penalty kill for a minute and a half. Looking to turn and burn the other way. However, that was called offside.
That's right, and honestly, I think the Majors should be proud of themselves here. A 5-on-3, basically 5-on-2. The defender didn't have a stick for what felt like 20 minutes. And to not allow a goal, credit to Sack, credit to the penalty killers, because they didn't let that final pass happen multiple times. We saw that the Canadiens were looking for that one extra pass at least 3 times on that shift. Of course, most notably, the Braden Grima opportunity. But good job from the Majors to kill that 5-on-3. It would have put them in a very uncomfortable position in this game.
Shaky cam on the AI cam here. Maybe the AI is drunk, you never know.
The robot's excited. This is great hockey.
He is indeed. And that's sent in by Quadra. Unable to get that one very deep, but the Canadiens do maintain possession in their own zone. Ross, he tries to find a stick. He's able to do so. Caterin got a piece of that one, and Huseas, he's there to recollect the puck for the Majors, trying to start a breakout on his lonesome. Sent down by Perigine. Good hit there from Huseas to knock him off of the puck shortly. Wang, he tries to clear, unable to do so. That was almost a dangerous attempt for the Canadiens, and that's Dupuis sending it down low. Chasing now are the Majors, but that's picked up by the Canadiens. Reverse hit there from the defenseman, able to knock the Majors off of that line to the puck. Shot at the top of the circle. Sack sends that actually into the glove. I thought he sent it back around the net, but he swallows that one up. Just under 4 minutes to go in the second period. This has been a bit more Canadian-dominated in the second period.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Majors, they haven't really been able to control anything in this game so far. They've done a good job at thwarting scoring opportunities, but other than that, they haven't been able to play their game. I think the Majors, it would be very big for them to just either get a goal in this period or to come out with it still only being 2-0. They can't allow any more goals here, especially the Canadiens. When they're up by a lot, they keep their foot on the pedal, and things can get ugly quick.
Wang's pass was intercepted by Quadra, and he finds Champagne making a move, dropping it for Quadra, looking for a pass lane. Hits his skate in front, and the Majors, they take it the other way. That's Makuka driving down low. Makuka holding the puck on the backhand, trying to find a centering pass. Does not find the stick of anyone. Too much pepper on that one. And that's Champagne sending it down low for his teammates to chase. Defenseman for the Canadiens going for a change. Centering pass in front. That's Zinke trying to put it home. He misses the net wide. Canadiens able to maintain possession. Finding a cross-ice feed. Shot's not there as the Canadiens take it around the net. Pass attempt for Zinke. And that puck is just knocked off of his stick as the Canadiens are forced to regroup in their own zone. But the Majors taking it the other way. 3-on-3 here. picked up by Zinke, and the Canadiens, they turn and burn. I've said that 3 times, and I like it a lot. 3-on-1 opportunity here. Shot on. Good save from Sack. Some passes were open. Good defensive play to try to negate that, forcing Jackson Zinke to shoot near side. A good save from Sack. Majors taking it the other way, trying to get any sort of momentum to end this period. Just about a minute left here in the second frame.
I think if you're the Canadiens there, I mean, that's excellent defending from the Majors to stop the pass from going across. I think if you're the Majors, you had a lot more time. He's already on the ground. You may as well back up and find a better option.
Shot there from Long goes wide. 2 minutes left in this second frame rather than 1. Long, he gives the puck to Ross. Ross trying to send that one down, intercepted by the Majors. Good move there from Fenwick. Trying to get a shot on, unable to do so as Long makes a good defensive play. Ross sending it down low, picked up by the Majors as both teams go for a change. Stretch pass finds the stick of the Majors, trying to center one. Good save from Misic as that player held his head skyward. Canadiens trying to find a stretch pass taken by Angus as the Majors send that one down low. Craney able to hold the line, unable to hold the line as the Majors are forced to regroup down in their own zone. Cross taking the puck up the ice, sending it down low. Taken by the Canadiens. 1 minute left to go in this second frame. Obviously, goes without saying, or maybe it doesn't go without saying, a 15-minute intermission separates the second and third periods for these teams. Sack out to play the puck, trying to find his defenseman. Oh, a chance in front there from Muir. My goodness, what a chance that was. That was Jackson Zinke with a fantastic chance. Maybe took a little bit too much time to get a move done. A dangerous pass from Dylan Sack leading to that opportunity for Jackson Zinke and the Canadiens.
And Zinke's contributions to the Canadiens offense, I don't think it gets talked enough. We mentioned in this series how, the Majors, they don't have a bona fide superstar, but they have a lot of players that are really strong. The Canadiens, we mentioned how they do have their superstars in Cash Kawaja, in Braden Grima. But I'll honestly say the Junior Canadiens are also just a really well-constructed team. Everyone on their offense, all lines are so dangerous at different times. You have the Caterins, the Zinkies, guys that can just get things started. And it's such a good complement to guys like Grima and Kawaja because they're not only relying on those top guys. You can rely top to bottom, but then that level that Grima and Kawaja get to is just monumental. I mean, they're both going to go likely pretty early, maybe first round in the OHL priority selection draft.
A good point there. For our fans interested in those rankings, be sure to check out Elite Prospects website. They have a good rankings, and there is a lot of GTHL talent, not only on the Canadiens, not only on the Majors, but a lot of GTHL talent high on those draft boards. As the second period winds down to a close, the Canadiens just electing to maintain possession in their own zone. However, that is picked up by the Majors. One last shot opportunity for them. Finding the stick of Cabrari. His shot. Good save from Misic. Maybe hit a shin pad in front. Either way, does not find Twine as the Canadiens head into second intermission, up 2-0.
Yeah, and this intermission is going to be vital for the Majors. They need to collect themselves. And the biggest thing is, if they can get an early goal, then this is... This is going to sound so much like Buck Martinez, but this is going to be a hockey game if they get it to within one. What they need to do is make sure that the Canadiens don't just control the puck, that they don't try to dwindle the time away. We've seen the Canadiens play keep away a couple times this game already, so the Majors, they have to be on every loose puck.
Caterin now joining Braden Grima on this line to open the second period. Out there with Vortman, the blender, still out for the Canadiens. And that's Vortman. He gets the puck, trying to find Grima in front. That tip goes wide, held by Long as he sends it down low. Unable to find anyone as that's Walsh trying to, Nobes trying to send that one through to Walsh. Backhand attempt there. Finds the pad of Misic. Craney sending that one down low and picked up by Vortman. Vortman trying to find Caterin. Unable to do so. Referee deeming that did hit a stick. No icing on the play. That pass intended for Nobes is picked up by Grima. O'Rourke trying to hold that one in. Unable to do so. Sent back down low to Ross. Ross breaking it in by himself. Trying to drop it for someone. Champagne is there and he gives it to him. Champagne ringing it down low for Quadja. Quadja centering pass finds the stick of the Majors. Great keep in there by Ross. Quadja trying to make a puck move. Unable to do so. O'Rourke staying down low. Centering pass there intended for Champagne. Finds the shin pad of the Majors and is knocked out of the zone by Madden Walsh.
Rushed a little bit there from Walsh. I think he had more time than he perceived as Rourke was backing up off the blue line.
Champagne entangled in a puck battle along the near side. Apologies for the wonky camera angle there. That's taken by O'Rourke. Sent over to Mason. Mason dumps it down low. I believe that was sent just a little bit too high as that hits maybe a stanchion or the net and is knocked out of play.
Love mentioning the stanchions. Mason, we talked about, he also came mid-season. He hasn't had the same amount of minutes that Ryder Muir has, but Mason has also been a great addition to this team. Another one of those guys that we mentioned, like Zinke, that just, he provides those depth minutes and depth scoring that is a main reason why the Junior Canadiens were first in this league.
Taken down low by the Canadiens, trying to cycle that puck along this near side wall. Perigine sends it right back down low. Around the back of the net, the Canadiens hold it, send it up top. Perigine, he has it. Yet again, sending it down low. Majors doing a good job forcing the Canadiens along the boards. Taken up by Cabrari. Excuse me, that was Zhang. And the Majors send it down. Taken by Perigine. Sending it up top, but that finds the stick of the Majors as they regroup in the neutral zone. Good forecheck there from the Canadiens as they force the Majors to send it around their own net as the defensemen change.
And Simon, this is the difference that we're seeing. It's the Canadiens going right into the corners, being first on the loose pucks, and that's what the Majors need to be doing because they're not going to win with a little bit of puck possession. They need to create their own here in the offensive zone. We talked about their transition offense, but a lot of it is being first to the puck in the offensive zone.
Stretch pass does not connect there as the Canadiens maintain possession around the net of Misic. Sending it up front for the Canadiens. That's Zinke trying to break through. Zinke has Carradine up top with him. Zinke still maintaining puck possession. A good shift for him. Excuse me, that was Grima, of course. Pass there for Schiavo. Breaks through the zone. Trying to send that one on net. Ronan Quinn there to find the puck. That hits a skate in front, and the Canadiens turn the other way. Some wheels there on Grima, of course. Excuse me, that was Caterin. 16 and 96 look eerily familiar, or eerily similar. Or maybe that's just me. Majors trying to find anyone in the neutral zone. That was Fenwick chasing after the puck. Tip there. Some tired Majors on the ice. A lack of back check in the defensive zone. However, they are able to get it out for a moment, but that's sent right back down low behind the net of Sack. Looks like the game has slowed down to the Canadiens' pace. Up 2 goals in the third period. Champagne with the shot. That hits a blocker in front. Still loose. Zinke trying to find the back of the net. A lot of 90s on this team is messing the commentator up, especially in the most dimly lit arena in the GTHL.
It's dark down there at Herbert Carnegie Arena.
Oh, a good chance here. Here's Champagne 2-on-1 forming. Dropping it for Quadja. Trying to find the stick of his winger. Does not find the net. I don't believe the Canadiens were even able to record a shot on the 3-on-2 opportunity. Majors have a chance to get it down low. Misic, he taps that puck to settle it down for his defenseman. There's O'Rourke carrying it through the zone and into the zone. Finds Zinke. Zinke, great cross pass. That's saved by Sack. Sack, good job to cross his crease and get the body on that one, staying well positioned. Taking it up is the Majors and Madden Walsh. Walsh, his shot gets deflected and sent around the net. Keeping it in, that was Joseph Fenwick, I believe, keeping it in for the Canadiens. However, puck is knocked high, and the Majors are forced to regroup in the neutral zone. Stretch pass, trying to find the stick of the winger. Yes, icing on the play, excuse me. It was deemed that puck was not tapped, and you see some frustration, some hands up from the Majors.
Yeah, and Simon, I did want to mention on that play, I do really like the Majors team. I think they're a very solid team. But right now, I think the forwards are letting the defense out to dry a little bit because they're leaving the zone so early and they're trying to force those stretch passes. And I talked about those can be employed very successfully, but you got to give your defense an opening because that's why we've seen so many ices, so many dumps, because they're so far away. And you see the Canadiens are doing a great job at restricting entry through the neutral zone. You got to come down lower, try to build some speed, and just get the puck out properly.
An opportunity here for the Canadiens. One-handed backhand shot from Zinke finds the glove of Sack. A great effort from number 93, Jackson Zinke.
Is that Jackson Zinke or Sidney Crosby with the one-hand opportunity on the break? That takes some strength to do. That is not an easy play to make, and if anyone can make it, it is Jackson Zinke. I think he's having an incredible game offensively, pushing pucks towards the net and acting really creatively in making his own chances.
That was sent down low by Perigine. Majors able to reclaim possession. That clearing attempt does not find anyone. Good hit from Ronan Quinn to knock Perigine off the puck, forcing him to make a mistake. As the Majors, they dump it the other way. Ronan Quinn, he's a wrecking machine. Out on this shift, a couple hits for him in the past 20 seconds or so. Ronan Quinn out in front. That does not find anything as the Canadiens. That's Carradine chasing the puck. The no-touch icing coming into play once again as there will be an offensive zone face-off for the Majors.
And, you know, a lot of time left in this period, of course. It's over 9 minutes, but the Majors got to start going here. They're getting controlled a lot by the Canadiens, and it was just like I mentioned at the start, you can't allow the Canadiens to play keep away on you. You can't allow them to keep generating offensive chances because they're going to play themselves out of this game, and the Canadiens, they could just lock it down.
Craney, his shot goes wide. Keeping in it was Cabrari as he takes a hit from Vortman. Taken by Craney in his own zone. Dumped down low. O'Rourke picks that one up. Sends it along the far side wall. Vortman trying to start a breakout. A good move for him. Canadiens breaking that one up. Caterin with the nice cross-ice feed. But that shot goes wide. Vortman's battling for puck possession around the net. Taken by the Canadiens. Caterin, shot on top shelf, scores. Alessandro Caterin scores his second goal of the game to put the junior Canadiens up 3-0.
And Caterin just left absolutely wide open in the slot there. And Caterin, his shot is too lethal to have that much space. And we've seen him employ it a couple times this game. And we mentioned how Caterin, he just finds himself in the right spot. He did it on the first goal when he picked up a loose puck for a breakaway on the backhand. And there, just in the slot, had some patience, picked his spot and fired it. I feel bad for Sack and net there, but nothing he really could do off a wicked rip.
That pass is fanned on by Zhang. Luckily for the Majors, nothing doing as Fenwick, he goes to chase that puck down low. Wang takes it for the Canadiens as they try to break it out. Some physicality starting here for the Majors. A bit more physical on that forecheck. 3-on-2 forming here for the Canadiens. That's number 14, 24, O'Rourke. His shot was blocked. Cade O'Rourke joining the rush yet again. Mason, he finds the defenseman. Oh boy, this camera turning black there for a little bit. The Majors taking it the other way, shrieking. Oh, some phantom ice there. Oh, Cade O'Rourke shipping it. Everyone's blowing tires there. What's going on?
It's like they got an oil spill right in that corner. We saw two guys go down, and the poor junior Canadian just going down and getting the effort from the Majors there.
That was awesome from Cade O'Rourke, giving Joseph Fenwick a little shove as he took a spill. The Canadiens, though, they're still pressuring. That shot on does not find the net. It is sent into the corner. Muir, he goes to forecheck. Canadiens unable to maintain possession as the Majors trying to break in. Down 3 goals here. About 7 minutes left to go in this game. Majors, if they want any chance of tying this thing, they need to score quickly. That centering pass does not find anybody. That's taken up by Wang, the U15 call-up. Finds Zinke. Zinke trying to make a move on the defenseman, unable to do so as he sends that down low. Wang chasing after it for the Canadiens. Majors, they work it up top. Fanned on that pass and taken by Wang at the blue line, and he's finds Zinke yet again. Zinke has some options, decides to turn it down low. Wang is there for the Canadiens. Majors taking it up now. finds Walsh. Walsh, his shot scores! Madden Walsh looked like a non-threatening shot from the top between the circles. Beats Marko Micic, blocker side low. And the Majors pull within 2, just under 7 minutes to go in the third period.
And this is precisely what we've been saying, right? Just throw pucks on net. Maybe good things will happen. And I know Simon is absolutely salivating now because it is a 2-goal lead for the Junior Canadiens, the most dangerous lead in hockey. And the Majors, unfortunately, they do not have a lot of time. I wouldn't say enough time. But they don't have a lot of time to get it back. But they needed to keep doing exactly that. Transition offense, throw it on net, look for the rebound, or look for offensive zone faceoff.
And the Majors trying to get any type of momentum after that. I wouldn't call lucky goal, but like we said, looked like a non-threatening shot. Beats Micic. Grima entangled in a puck battle at the red line. That's taken by the Canadiens. Good pass there. Excuse us for that little dim there. However, the Majors trying to work it through the neutral zone. That's Schiavo trying to get it down low, but it's taken by Cantanella. Canadiens working it in their own zone. Good stretch pass, finds Champagne. Champagne streaking in. Shot there and swallowed up by Dylan Sack in between the pads. Looked like that shot hit him right in the logo. Some extracurriculars activities after the whistle as a Canadian goes down. I did not see who that was as it happened quite late after the whistle. Maybe he just took a tumble, or maybe he got hit.
We did see a couple arms up, but it could have just been saying, okay, settle down.
Yeah, it does not, sorry to cut you off, it does not seem like a penalty will be called. That was actually Rico Champagne, the guy who shot it, going down.
I will say the Canadiens, pardon me, the referees, they don't want to give the Canadiens any more advantage that they already have. We've noticed in the last couple minutes of these third periods in each playoff game, the whistles, they have gone away because no one wants to be the ref that determines the outcome of the game. Unless you're in my beer league, they love determining the outcome of the game.
That was Quadra pressuring on the puck, but the Majors able to maintain possession in their own zone, looking for a breakout. Good forechecking there from Quadra, forcing the Majors to slowly work it in, sent in by Walsh. That dump-in attempt hits Cantanella, and he sends it all the way down the ice. That will be an icing call. Did not hit any part of Quadra or the Majors defenseman, as there will be an offensive zone faceoff upcoming for the Majors. 5.5 minutes left to go in this game.
Yeah, and the Majors, they need some spark of momentum here. They need something to get them going. The goal certainly helped, but it would have been a lot better if they hadn't allowed that Alessandro Caterin centering pass goal earlier. They need to find a way to get the momentum back on their side, whether it's a couple opportunities or maybe even a power play.
That shot hit the leg of a defenseman as he goes down. Hopefully he's okay on the ice. Wortman unable to corral that breakout pass. That shot was sent onto the net of Micic as he swallows it up.
I do like to see the tendency to block shots from both teams. We've seen a couple times shots from the points being blocked, and the forwards are not afraid to put their body in the way, and I really like that. And coaches really like to see that as well. And scouts really like to see that as well. Sometimes you have to put your body on the line for the greater good of the team, and we've seen it a couple times on both ends.
Canadiens breaking the puck through, trying to get it down low with Zinke. I feel like I've said his name more than anyone in this game.
Jinkies, it's Zinke.
Okay.
Sorry.
Canadiens sending that one down low. Majors maintain possession behind the net of Sack. Sends it to the D partner, trying to find the stretch pass there. Intercepted by the Canadiens at the red line. Majors able to take it, though, from them. Shot on, trying to get that puck through. Were Dupuis and the Majors. However, that hits the stick of the Canadiens as they look to break out of their own zone. Zoo, he maintains possession, trying to find a centering pass. Were the Majors. And that will be kept in by Samek. He sends it on to the net of Micic. Looked like that shot was going wide anyway. Either way, will be a face-off upcoming.
Yeah, and I keep looking over at that scoreboard. 4:27 left. The Majors, they need one quick if they want a chance in this one. And the Canadiens, if I'm them, I'm getting it across the red line. I'm dumping it in, and I'm continuing the forecheck that has been so lethal all game long. we always talk about this. This is my favorite quote, I think, just like how you talk about the lead. The best defense being a good offense, and that's what the Canadiens should continue to do here.
With this top line of Quadja, Champagne, and Mason back out on the ice. That's taken by Champagne around the net. Referee getting in the way of the puck. Get out of the way, Stripes.
Typical.
Majors able to get possession of the puck. They have it at the red line and send it down low. Oh, icing call on the play. Referee's determining that he did not cross the red line. I don't think I agree with that call. Looks like he did maintain the red line, at least from this vantage point. We're right at center ice, folks, and
I find that hard to believe.
To me, it looked like he made the red line.
We could take another look after the game, but that seems pretty egregious from our vantage point.
Quadja able to keep the puck in the zone. Tangled by the Majors, and Quadja, good job to get the puck to his defenseman. Tipped down low, and like you said, Sammy, Canadiens electing to get the red line and just dump it down low. Now less than 4 minutes to play in the third period, up by 2. We might be into goalie pull territory for the Majors. 3.5 to go here in the game. Puck battle down low. That's sent to the Canadiens forwards. Taken up by Champagne. Champagne has it at the blue line. Shot on, sent away by Sack. Majors trying to clear, and that's sent right down low and up and out of play from the shot of Rico Champagne.
So they have changed the rules for the puck going out. So back in the day, if you shot the puck out in the offensive zone, it would be a face-off outside. But now it doesn't really matter. If the puck goes out, it's usually a face-off inside regardless in the offensive zone, which I think is a little bit unfair. I don't know. Because if I'm the junior Canadiens, you could just keep employing that. You could just keep firing it over the net of number 49, Dylan Sack. But you know, I think they're just going to keep trying to do what they've been doing, and that's getting pucks in deep.
3 minutes left to go. Trying to keep it in. I believe that was Colin Cabrari for the first time this game, unable to hold that line in the biggest moment. Not taking anything away from him. That was an incredibly tough play. Unable to keep it in. It looks like that will be yet another icing call charged against the Majors as the referee signaling a face-off down in the Majors' end.
And Simon, these icings are killing the Majors right now. They need to string together a couple passes. They need to start moving the puck more efficiently.
The big boy line out there to end this game of Quadja, Grima, and Champagne, with O'Rourke and Ross out there trying to finish this one. That puck is one up to O'Rourke as he sends it down low. Grima there trying to find his winger down low as well, but that's taken by the Majors. A rush opportunity starting for them. That's Nobes carrying it in. Shot there goes way wide. Colton Cabrari is there to keep it in this time. Sends that puck on the net of Misic, and he will just elect to cover that puck. As I do believe Dylan Sack has been pulled here, as you saw, the 6th forward jumping into the play. Oh, no, I'm mistaken.
No, you are right.
I know, that Craney was just off screen. Excuse me, folks. It was now 6-on-5. Net is empty. Dylan Sack has rushed towards the bench.
And I'm surprised the Majors aren't. Okay. Well, they knew I was about to say that. I was about to say I'm surprised the Majors aren't calling a timeout. That's exactly what they're doing here. Simon, we talk about the face-off when the opposing team pulls the goalie. It's a dangerous play. It's a risky play because if they lose that face-off, that could be the 4-1 goal right there. So the Majors, this is obviously the most important face-off the game, but they need to try to retain possession here because this one could be over quick. If they win this one, maybe they have a chance to make it 3-2, and then we are in a whole different situation.
It seems like the line of Grima, Quadja, Champagne, O'Rourke, and Ross will stay out for the Canadiens. That line has a tremendous amount of speed. And we talk about how well Braden Grima is offensively. He is one of the better two-way forwards in this league as well. He's all over the ice in the defensive zone.
Yeah, I do think he is one of the best players flat out in this GTHL U16 AAA division. And we often note his offense, but you're right. Defensively, he has a lot of takeaways in his own zone, and he is a good guy to make that first pass for the breakout, and then you see him just book it down the line.
Majors tying that face-off up. Are they able to keep it in the zone? They are not. However, Canadiens do not have the puck, as it will remain 6-on-5. That puck is sent way down by Huseus. Going to chase are the Majors in the own zone. That puck leaks out to center ice and sent way down the length of the ice. A foot race here. That will not have enough for an icing, as it seems like that was Lucas Craney first to the puck. However, Quadja there for the Canadiens forechecking yet again. An opportunity for the Canadiens to go up 4-1. Good pass, and that finds the stick of Fenwick. Fenwick trying to make the one-touch deke. He gets knocked off of the puck. Canadiens looking like their strategy is just to dump it down the ice whenever they have the puck on their stick. That's O'Rourke. Yet again, sending it. That hits a body before the blue line. Huseus keeps it in. Sending it down low. O'Rourke gets it yet again. And yet again. Canadiens flicking that one eye up in the air. Down low, O'Rourke. I've got to stop saying yet again, but it's hard not to when the exact same play is happening. Minute and a half here left in the third period. That will be enough for an icing call, however, as there is yet another offensive zone faceoff. If the Majors want any chance of staying in this game, they need to score, and they need to score now.
Yeah, and the Junior Canadiens right now, they're not shorthanded, but they have that kind of incentive to go for the goal here because they are up by 2. So bringing it back to their own zone is not the end of the world. They'll certainly take the risk over for the reward of ending this one.
Samek wins that faceoff, sent down low by Cabrari. Canadiens are first to the puck there. Colton Cabrari able to hold the zone yet again. Shot blocked in front. Craney with the shot. Does not find anything. All good hit there from Craney as Quadja goes down. Shot in the slot. That's saved by Misic. Tip that one and goes high. 1 minute remaining in the third. Centering pass does not find anyone except Quadja as he sends it to the boards. Samek holds it at the line. Shot blocked by his own player. Cabrari giving it to Samek. Good stretch play there from Grima. Sending it around the boards. Not a lot on that attempt. Cabrari right at the blue line trying to hold the line as there's a puck battle, and he does. Cabrari sending it down low. Samek, he holds the puck. Good forecheck from the Canadiens as Champagne goes against the boards trying to wind the clock down. 25 seconds to go. Quadja's pass does not find the stick cleanly. However, that will be the 4-1 goal as the Canadiens, they take a 3-goal advantage with just about 15 seconds left to go in this game. And with that, it would seem almost a certainty that they win game number 3. I believe that was number 88, Callum Mason, potting that one home.
And that was an earned empty netter for the Junior Canadiens. We saw a couple block shots all throughout that shift. Cash Kawaja, he got his leg on one earlier in that shift. It looked like it hurt. He got right back up, and we saw the Canadiens sprawling to cut off the passing lanes. We've seen it through the neutral zone throughout this game. We saw it there. And the Junior Canadiens, just a dominant performance from them.
Perigine sending it to the D partner as time will run out here in the third period. Canadiens taking a 1-game advantage in this series as they win game 3 by a score of 3-1, taking a series lead by a score of 2-1, and we will talk about this game more in the booth. Well, folks, that will do it here for us today. Sammy, I'm not too sure where he went. I think he went to go toss the ring into the fires of Mordor. So, unfortunately, he could not be with me to sign this one out. However, that will be all from us at the 6 Hockey. Canadiens taking a 2-1 series lead. We will be giving you a pivotal Game 4 as our next broadcast. Who's going to win that one? Will the Canadiens win the series and head to the finals, or the Markham Majors force a do-or-die Game 5? Only time will tell, but for now, that is all. Thank you so much for joining us, and until next time, have a great day, everybody.
On a breakaway, scores! Big hit at the blue line. And he got waffle boarded. What a save! He shoots, he scores. Drives in, score! This is the 6 Hockey.